Hi guys, doing this video today to respond to my comment on two pictures that John Israel shared on a carrier unit that he installed, and the brand name doesn't really matter. What my issue was with the install, and my first comment was that would not pass inspection in Illinois. He responded by saying, well, I'm in Louisiana, not in fucking Illinois or something like that. I don't remember. I apologize if I'm wrong on my word for word. It's all been erased. In fact, Rob HVAC erased my comments, which weren't verbally abusive. I didn't use any curse words. And that's his prerogative. He can do that. And I said, well, just remove me from Google Plus altogether. I don't want to be a member. If we can't point out things that need to be improved. When I look at a install, my guys doing it, and I train these guys to do things right. I'm not always right. I may make mistakes. I'll be the first one to admit it, own it. That's how I learn how to do my job. I try to keep up with building codes. The electrical code in itself has changed every year. It's updated to technology. It's updated to field experience. Even tragedies of people being killed because of poor safety practices. And that was my main concern. It wasn't what kind of unit John put in. It wasn't the ductwork. It wasn't the clean lines. He did a great job in all that aspect. My main concern was my understanding it's an air handler. I don't know if it had heat strips in it. If it did, that means the power was probably 220, if I'm correct. If not, and it was just an air handler with a blower system on it, then it's 110. Either way, it's electricity. Even the 24 volt low voltage wiring was done poorly. Not that that's a greater threat, but it's going to create service calls down the road. Even 24 volts can create a fire. Can it electrocute someone? I don't know. If someone has a heart condition, whatever. But the point is safety. I don't share videos of my work because I'm restricted by the company I work for. There's trademark issues, there's liability issues. Okay, if I work for myself, by myself, then yeah, I probably would make videos. And I'm criticized for that. I have no control over it. I've made van videos, some tool videos, safety videos, commentary videos. That's all I can do right now. I hope to get back into the residential market this coming year. I'm applying for jobs. I mean, this isn't hiring season right now. It's usually March or April. And I plan to be working for a residential firm by then. That's my wish for 2015. When it comes to customers, they come first. And the definition of a customer is everybody that you're in contact with. Your fellow workers, fellow techs, your consumers, residential or commercial, the general public that may be going to a Lowe's that I work at. All those people are customers. And if I'm running wiring like I saw on those two pictures, I'm putting people in danger. Now, there was the comment that supposedly made that someone talked to John on the phone after he posted that and after my comment that he had corrected that prior to or after taking the video or the picture. I'm sorry. Well, if that's true, great. But it's still there. The wiring was in the pan. It was touching the pan on the edge. It was in an area where water could collect. It was not protected. It was not hung up by code. There are many codes. There's national codes. There are state codes, there are county codes, there's local municipality codes. I work in a farm community, so codes are not followed. I don't know if you've heard of a farmer electrician. Farmers are the worst when it comes to electricity. They'll run Romex across their frickin' driveway to get power to, a grain dryer, or, lighting when they're harvesting, temporary lighting. And the trucks and tractors are running over that Romex wiring. That's irresponsible, but that's their prerogative. But we're professionals. We're, some of you cannot even hook up electricity to your brand new install because it has to be an electrician. In the state of Illinois and local areas of Peoria and Bloomington, I don't have to worry about that. I have an addendum to my license where I can work on, running 220 from the breaker box on out, 110. I've even worked 480. I've worked up to 13,000 volts. Okay. Now, I don't run it. I've repaired it in the, in the big industrial applications I've worked. But I still have to live by the code, the national code, and that's what I follow is the national code. I work in 3 different states. If I kept track of every code that I had to do locally, I'd go insane. So I follow the national code. It covers all the bases liability-wise. Local codes can be more stringent, and the inspector will tell me, I don't like it this way. I know it's national code. Could you do it this way? Sure can. I step up to the plate and do it. But my concern isn't to badmouth someone on YouTube or Google Plus, whatever it may be. My concern is protecting the consumer, the customer. To make a better product, we deal with HVAC hacks all the time. They give our industry a bad name. I've been called a hack just because someone's ticked off, even in this circumstance that I point this out. I was called a cocksucker. A lot of things foul. I've been called, a lot of names. That's only a reflection of yourself. I've been apologized to. I've been validated on my concern. There have been a lot of phone calls in my way that told me you were right. But I just, those same people that tell me you're right don't say I'm right on line. One person did. That's not important to me. My important message here is let's do this job right. Let's hold the standard high. John isn't the only one. Everybody has shared something is, I've seen some really bad ductwork. I've seen disconnects that should have been replaced. You're replacing the outside unit. And here's this disconnect that such disrepair, rusted. The safety panel inside is not even there anymore. Why can't you take time to replace it? You can put it in the bid. You're willing to do so much more to make your job look good, but you can't replace a disconnect? Damn thing's 25 years old. It needs updated. So there's a lot of videos I don't comment on. And that day when I saw that wiring and that pan and that metal, I just said, I'm going to make a comment. And my God, did I pay for it? Well, I'm not going to stop. If you think that you do a wonderful job and your lines look clean and it looks shiny and pretty and and you don't think a wiring running across the deck of a frickin' attic isn't a tripping hazard or an electricity hazard, it's time to get out of the business. It really is. Go to a weekend seminar on electrical code. Learn something. Better yourself. It's called constructive criticism, guys. I get it all the time. I give it all the time. It's constructive. It's not destructive. But y'all take it like it's destructive. You know? It's time to relax and take constructive criticism for what it's worth. To better oneself and learn from our mistakes. Well, I didn't know that could make that safer. Yeah, it does. You know, so I wish you a happy new year. But John Shoup is not going to change. You can remove, or I can bow out of Google Plus, but I'm not going to bow out of YouTube. You cannot invite me into your video. I don't care. Your public videos of chatting around. I don't care. You're not going to hurt me, guys. I'd rather see someone live because they had a great install over, you know, someone getting electrocuted. So, hate me for that. I don't care.